What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be doing a carbon fiber diffuser install on the C63. And in the last video we did install these carbon fiber mirrors. They do look fantastic. So this is the diffuser I decided to go with for the C63. It does have the big fins. I think it looks really aggressive on this car. We're also going to be doing the spoiler, but that's going to be in another video.
The bumpers definitely have to come off. The new diffuser came with screws, so that's a sign that we're gonna have to screw it in. It doesn't clip in.
Yeah.
Let's look at the diffuser. They're pretty much flat. The tabs on them, they're flat. So it needs to get screwed in, and the only way to do that is to take the bumper off.
So to take the bumper off, the first thing you gotta do is remove this plastic piece that sits right here. I already went ahead and did that. There's only two 10mm nuts holding it on each side, and then it kind of just clips in on the top, so you kind of just got to give it a little yank. Just remember, you got to be careful with it because it is plastic. And then once you get that off, in here there's some more nuts that actually hold the bumper on. You can go ahead and remove those as well. Alright, so I finally got these nuts off of this thing. It's kind of a pain in the butt because of how far this sticks out and you can't really put a socket on it. So what I ended up doing was just getting one of these ratcheting wrenches and just kind of finagling it in there, and just because there's a little opening on the other side right next to it, so you're able to kind of maneuver the wrench in there, and that's how you get it loose, and then just loosen it the rest of the way with your fingers. Next ones I'm going to remove are going to be these little screws. There's one on each side, and they are a T20 bit. After you get those out, there is some extra 10mm plastic nuts, and there's also the little clips in the fender well, and you want to go ahead and remove those. And once you get those out, there is another 10mm that just bolts in right here at this edge. If you pull the fender liner back, it's right there. You could just get an extension and a ratchet and just come right out. Once you do that on both sides, and from there the bumper's just clipped in, so you could just get like a little plastic tool. Don't use metal because you're going to mess up your paint, but you could just kind of wedge it in there and just kind of slowly pry away at it, and it should come loose. When you are taking the bumper off, there is a wire that, if you have the parking sensors, there's this cable that runs through the car, and it runs right through this hole right here, and it clips into this little white thing. You could just separate it. And another thing there is for the gas filler, there's like a breather tube that you got to unclip from the bumper as well, and you're free to move it.
What are you doing? I left for, what, 5 minutes? What are you doing?
Being OCD.
Being OCD how? What are you doing? You polishing the tailpipes?
Yeah.
Really?
On these cars, the exhaust gets so hot that it like shrinks in, and you can't get your fingers in there to get it, so might as well get it now.
If anyone wants to pick up metal polish, link is in Evan's hair.
That stuff is good though. That stuff and the CarPro stuff.
How'd you get in your hair?
Because that was open when I was leaning over. My hair was touching it because I was getting underneath.
So now that we got all the tabs in the bumper, they don't clip in, obviously. They're just tabs. It sounds like factory. You have to screw in a few places. So we'll put one here, so anywhere we can fit a drill, we'll put one. And then you have these brackets that went on the old diffuser, and the bottom part clipped in, and the other part would clip into this, but they don't have tabs. So what I propose to do is, since you don't see the bottom of the diffuser, since it's under the car, I think we should drill some pilot holes here, and drill up from here a screw here, and then we're gonna have to get a screw in here, whatever, I don't know, we can find one of our tools to get a screw in here, and then we'll do the same on this side. so this isn't bouncing around, so it has some stability. If you're going to be attempting this, make sure you have someone to help you, because you definitely need 2 people to do a diffuser. It's just a lot of trying to maneuver things into place. One person's working the drill, another one's holding it, trying to hold it into place so it's, flush everywhere. So on this side, it has the same, spacing and all that. So just make sure you guys have someone to help you, 2, 3 people.
Make sure you have patience too.
So what we got accomplished so far, we screwed in the brackets, those 2 brackets, and now we're working on this side over. You don't need to get the screws all the way in, just something to hold it into place as far as the diffuser onto the rivets there. And then you just work down, and we're putting some more in right here. And as you're screwing, you want someone on the other side holding it in, checking the spacing on this side so you don't have any, popping or anything like that. So it is a little time consuming to get it right, and trying to finagle screws in.
All right, so we just went ahead and finished up putting those brackets in. We just used the black screws. I think it looks pretty good.
Find out. It looks good.
We're gonna go ahead and put the bumper back onto the car now. And I did put some microfibers along the exhaust tips because I don't want them to be rubbing against the carbon fiber and possibly scratching it. So just as an extra precaution, went ahead and did that.
So make sure your sensors are plugged back in. Make sure that when you're putting the bumper back on, make sure you're putting the grommet where the sensor wire goes into the car. Make sure you're putting that back on. Plug it back in.
And here we go. Here's the final product. What do you guys think? I think it looks amazing. Big fin diffusers look so good on these cars. Next up is going to be the spoiler. Like I said, I got one that's a little bit bigger than that, but it's the same style. But man, it's going to look so good when it's all done. But other stuff I want to do is I want to do side skirts, and I also want to do those like side splitters down here too. So I'm going to be looking into getting those. I don't have those as of right now. That is going to do it for this video. If you guys did enjoy this install and you want to see future videos on the C63, make sure you do smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, hit that post notification bell, and we'll see you in the next video.